Alrighty. Hey guys, it's me Delta1 here with Airsoft Talk, and yes, it's another video that is not Airsoft related. Um, we're going to take a little break from that, just a little bit, so calm down. And again, if you don't like the video, it doesn't mean you don't like it. If you're not interested in learning about firearms and whatnot, that's cool. I respect that. Don't hit that dislike button. Anyways, today I'm going to be making a video about my newest home defense weapon. As you could probably already see from the title, I've always wanted one of these things, and I've always thought they were just freaking awesome. Like, the whole concept of the idea of just what was put into this is just badass. So, here it is. Now, the reason I have the cylinder out is because normally I keep this thing loaded, because it's with me at all times. Yes, I'm using the PDX Winchester rounds, the Razor discs, or whatever they're called. So it's unloaded, so calm down. This is the Taurus Judge Public Defender 2.5-inch poly frame. Now, I will tell you right off the bat, I regret getting this. I really wish I would have saved up and just bought my Governor. But it's got its ups and its downs. Okay, so basically what the Taurus Judge is it fires a 410 gauge shotgun shell out of the revolver, and it also shoots 45 long Colt. Now, you can use moon clips and shoot 45 ACP. I haven't done it yet. I'm kind of scared to. If y'all have any knowledge if that works, if it's safe, whatever, let me know. But basically, this gun is extraordinarily light for it being the caliber that it is. You know, it's just nuts. So basically, how it works is that they modified the cylinder to where it'll fit 410, and there's a little lip on the inside of the cylinder for 45 long Colt, which is ridiculously expensive, which is why I'm probably never going to fire it. Yes, it's like, I went to the gun show. I don't know if it was severely overpriced. It was just the first time I looked for it. It was like $54 a box for 50. So I saw that and I was just like, no. So basically, it says, what I like about it is, you know, it says right on the revolver, if it'll focus, which it's not because Microsoft hates me. It says Public Defender Poly, and then on the side it says the Judge, which it's not going to focus because, again, my Microsoft webcam hates you. It doesn't want you to be educated. Now, basically, I went to go shoot this for the first time, and I'll tell you straight up off the bat, that grip is small. Like, I mean, you could see when I grab it, my pinky is on the bottom of the pistol. Okay? I haven't been able to find grips from Hogue or anything. I've seen some on Amazon, but I can't figure out what type of frame this is, because I know there's a small frame, a medium, and a large. Now, a stock, regular, full-size grip will fit, but the problem I have with it is if you keep your pinky on, it forces your middle finger up into the trigger guard, and it becomes incredibly uncomfortable. Now, with this coming back at you, shooting 410 out of it, I shot the PDX loads out of it, which you're probably wondering why. I wanted to have a general idea of what it felt like when you shoot it, in case I ever had to use it for home defense. Which I've had incidents where I've actually had someone try and break in through my window, and yes, they saw my gun wall, so that's why I wanted a better home defense weapon. And I will explain why I didn't get a pump shotgun. Basically, it's a small grip, so when it comes back, you could see that little hump right about here. Comes back and hits you right here in your palm, and it hurts. I fired a 500 Magnum, okay? I put it like wicked close to a 500 Magnum in recoil. And it's not the fact that it comes up, it's the fact that it comes back. Yeah, I scratched my arm up earlier today. So basically, I fired that with two hands, and then one hand, and then the other hand, just to have an idea of what I know to shoot. I recommend anybody that has special home defense rounds to go cycle it, make sure it feeds through your gun, and get an idea of what it's going to feel like when you fire it. Now, that's just a good rule to have. So basically, I bought this for home defense because, again, you're going to wonder why I didn't use a pump shotgun. Reason being is the way that the house is laid out. if I used a pump shotgun, there'd be a lot of collateral, even with home defense rounds, yes. And the problem I have with that is I have a long hallway, and basically the only way I could come around the hallways if I had a pump shotgun would be like this. I'm right-handed, okay, so I'm holding it with my left, so I'm going to have to come around the corner like that. I don't like the idea of that. If I'm going to come around the corner, I'm going to be left-handed. I'd rather have something like a pistol that I can control better. And since the hallway is so tight, if I was to fire it from it like that, I'd literally break my, I'm so close to the wall, I'd probably break my elbow or put a hole in the wall from the recoil. And that would be holding onto it tight. It's just the way my house is laid up. Now, yes, I know there's going to be people who are going to tell me that a 410 isn't sufficient enough to stop somebody, but I've yet to meet the person that is willing to prove that to me. What I'm basically saying is, would you voluntarily get shot and tell me how it feels? But no, that's what those rounds were designed for. And you know, yes, it's got a ridiculously short barrel, but since it's kind of more for a home defense gun, you don't need an insanity amount of range unless you have a gun range built into your house. But I've only heard of one house. That was when I lived at home. My mom watched the Decorating channel. It was like a $1.4 billion house, and it had a gun range in it. I was just like, man, why can't I have nice things? But anyways, the Judge is cool and all. One of the things that I want to talk about, though, is Taurus has kind of a huge reputation for making some bad stuff. And I'll sit here and say it, Taurus is not that great of a company. I mean, if you're going for a precision or a higher quality firearm, Taurus is really not the greatest. But Taurus was the first to come up, if I'm correct, with the 410 shotgun revolver. And basically Smith & Wesson took their time to perfect it, or not necessarily perfect it, but make it better. Now, from what I've been told by my local gun store, is that Taurus has the highest catastrophic failure rate out of any company for firearms, and I think it's something like 3 or 4%, which is kind of high, if you think about it, out of 100. So, you know, the quality on this isn't bad. I mean, you can hear the cylinder wobbling a little bit. I've held a lot of Smith & Wessons, and they don't have that. But you know, for what I paid $400, which I thought was a good deal. I paid $432 out the door with tax. So I mean, you know, it's a nice lightweight, you know, home defense gun. It fits in your pocket if you need to. You can conceal carry it if you want. I don't really recommend it. This is my home defense and car gun, because that's actually what this was designed for, was for your car, which is pretty cool. Now, the trigger on it's nice. On single action, it's real. I think it's about probably around 2.5, maybe 3. On double, probably 8, out of guessing, just from feel. But you know, it's all in all, it's a cool gun. I like the whole concept behind stuff like this. You know, you take something that's small and you put a big power load behind it. So I like ideas like this, you know, and I give props to Taurus for coming up with this. I think it's cool. Now, this has no other practical purpose besides a defense. I could maybe see if you got some snake shot and you lived on a ranch, maybe. But other than that, I mean, it's just a fun gun. It's a fun range gun. Or if you're going to go shoot up something on somebody's property, that's kind of what it's good for. But I would tell you, get the metal frame. Carry the extra weight. Get the metal frame. So, that's what I would do. But other than that, it's a fun gun. It really is. It's one of those guns you can pull out and show your friends, and they're just like, you know, that's just me. And you know, I like having a gun like that. And you know, this thing looks like it means the business. It really does. Now, again, if you're watching this video and you're looking behind me, you're seeing all these guns. Those are airsoft guns. I do airsoft, and I do firearms as well, because you can legally shoot people with airsoft guns. Not saying that I want to go on a mass murdering spree, but you know, it's like reenacting. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and you know, it's a Judge. So if you own a Judge, you could say you can pass judgment now. You got 5 ways to do it. That's what I joke around with my friends, kind of. They're just like, I'll be like, I can pass judgment. And they're like, you can. So, not saying I would ever shoot. It's just a joke. So calm down. But other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my Facebook. It's in the link. I'm there. I will talk to you. If I don't respond, it's because I'm busy. But I enjoy talking and getting to know my subscribers. You can ask a few of them. Good buddies of mine. I met my first subscriber from YouTube the other day. It was real cool. So I have fun hanging out with my subscribers. Here and there I'll play video games with y'all and whatnot. So guys, make sure you clickety-clack that and check it out. Send me a friend's request. Guys, remember, life is good.